Ray, and we're going to talk about beauty products that have over 10,000 reviews. That's so many, and these all are rated about 4.5 stars. So these are stellar products that people absolutely love, and I have used them, and I think they're amazing too, and I'm super excited to share them with you. First, I'm going to apply primer. Now, this primer has almost 62,000 reviews. That's incredible to me. And that's the Maybelline Baby Skin. This is so affordable. I recently did a video where I talked about how similar it is to the Benefit Professional. Now, this is not a primer that I apply all over the face. I go into specific spots like around the nose, anywhere where I have pores that are enlarged just from having acne and just different skin issues. So I like to go into fine lines. I go in around the eyes so that my concealer will lay a little more smoothly, and that's about it. I do like to put a little bit on the chin because the pores there are a little larger. Now, while that dries, let's talk about a brow pencil. This pencil is so amazing. It's the NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil. I love it because it's so precise and I can really shape the brows. And I wear the shade Taupe. Now this pencil, let's see how many reviews this has. Oh my gosh, this has 52,322 reviews. I like to start right about in the middle of my brows. And as I said, what I love about this pencil is it's so fine. When I compared it in a battle video to other pencils, this one just really is very close to the Anastasia, and the price is so much better. Very natural looking. I just draw little hairs and then add a little more to the tip. All right, and this pencil has a spoolie built right on it. I love that. Pencils didn't used to have those, and you had to have a separate tool. This is so nice that you can blend it right here without grabbing anything else. I'll just go in and do my other brow. I can see why this has so many great reviews. It lasts all day. You can build this. It doesn't go on too harshly. There are a lot of different shades to pick from, which is fantastic. Some brands have more limited shades. I think that's why one of the reasons people love the Anastasia so much, because there are a lot of shades to choose from. You can find one that really matches your brows nicely. I'm very pleased with this. It gives me a soft brow to just really open up the eye. For primer today, I'm using something a little different. I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Milk Pencil. Remember when this was all the rage and everyone was using it for a primer? This costs $5.47 on Amazon and has almost 37,000 reviews. And it is definitely a favorite of mine. Now you have to do this really thin. And part of the reason you do the white milk pencil, if you've never used it before, is it really blanks out any discoloration in the eyes and gives a nice base that's a little bit tacky for your eyeshadows. And I'm not going to go over the whole eye. I'll just bring this up. I've had so many questions about this brush. This is the most amazing brush I've ever used for concealer or eyes. This is the Huda concealer brush. Last time when I tried to link it, it was sold out. So if it is available, I will have it in the description of the video. It runs around $24, $25, but so worth it. I bought it back in November and I use it every single day. Now that worked really nice. I also use this jumbo pencil for changing the look of lipstick to make it more gradient or lighten it in the center. So this is such a wonderful product. I can see why it gets so many amazing reviews. And now we'll go into shadows. I recently compared these shadows to the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is the Revlon Colorstay Day to Night. There were a couple of shades in here very similar, especially this one here, which is a favorite. So I'm going to use this for my eye look. This palette has almost 15,000 reviews, and it really is beautiful. These shadows feel a lot like Charlotte's, very soft, blend nicely. Now the brush I'm using, this was sent to me. This is the Rephr 15. I am loving their brushes. If you've ever used Rephr brushes, will you let me know in the comments? They're very new to me, and I've been trying them out and just really enjoying them so much. It seems like they take any shadow and just really make it so blendable and beautiful. Now I'm gonna go with a clean brush over the edge, just smooth that out a little bit. And I like to bring it up a little under the brow where it's just a little bit of a softness of the same color. I really like that. Now this shade is beautiful here in the palette, and I'm just going to tap that in the middle to add a little interest. But this, I've had this palette, actually I bought two. I forgot that I hadn't used it in a while, forgot about it, and bought a second one, and now I have two of these. So I'm pretty well stocked up. I added to the numbers of the positive reviews, I guess. I have a liner for you that's $4.44. How reasonable is that? And that's the Exaggerate waterproof liner from Rimmel. Rimmel makes amazing products, and I feel like they're so underrated. This liner, you can sharpen. It's got a little sharpener on the inside. It's often missed because of the way the packaging is designed. And then also a little smudger brush, a sponge on that side. Now this is the shade Rich Brown 212, and I'm just going right into the lashes, making little dashes. I pop some on the outer third, and what I'm going to do is take that sponge brush and just blend it really nicely. Blend out the edges. And I'm just pulling up like this just to give a little lift on the edge. I really love this liner. I've bought so many of these. I can see why people love it so much. It's just so affordable, blends, it's waterproof. That's great. A lot of you will ask me, do I wear it in the waterline? I don't do the waterline, but it is a waterproof liner. So let's talk about another cream product I love, and that's the Julep Eyeshadow 101. Now this is such a great cream stick. I bought it in Burgundy. I don't think it's available in that shade anymore, but they have so many great shades. You really could buy any of them that you like and be happy. I'm going to add a little of this in the side, and on this end is a sponge. I'm going to blend this out just to add a little depth to the corner. I like using these for liners too. I will line my eyes. I've bought different shades of these over the years, but they're just so easy to work with. They're like one and done. So if you want a quick, easy out the door look, if you get a cream stick in a, say, a neutral shade or any shade you love, you can just put it over the lid, blend it out, and you're done. But I love these sticks so much. They're as good as any of the high-end. I bought the It sticks that I do love, but they're like $25 or $24, maybe $28, I don't remember, a piece. So this is much more affordable. This Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, one of the most reviewed makeup products. It is stellar. I love it. Now, for those of you that might not have used it before, you can take the sponge off like this and just have it come out the top if you would like. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just dab a little bit on the top of my hand and take my Huda brush, go into that, put a little bit here on the outside of the eye and blend. Now the shade I'm wearing right now is, it looks like it's 95. Is the number that I see on the bottom. I will list everything in the description. I bought one to really brighten the under eye. I've also bought the Universal Brightener before, and that's got a pink to it. It's really beautiful. Now you could match this closer to your own skin tone. I bought a lighter one. I'm going to go over these capillaries here on the sides of my nose. Now I'm going to cover this up with foundation in a minute, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of coverage for right now. You could also get one, like I said, really close to your skin tone so it wouldn't be so bright like this. But I wanted it to show up on camera. I have bought so many of these over the years, and it really is a great concealer. You can also buy it in a deeper shade, maybe 1 to 2 shades deeper than your own, and use it as a contour. That is great. That's been all over the internet lately, but we've been talking about it way before that. I've mentioned it maybe 5 or 6 years ago to do that, so that's really nothing new. This foundation has about 25,000 reviews on Amazon. That's incredible. It's the Maybelline Superstay. It's full coverage. It's a 30-hour foundation. Oh my gosh, I don't need that. But you can see how thick it is, that it's not running at all on the glass palette. Now for me, when I put that on, it goes on a little too heavy. So what I will be doing today is adding some setting spray. Now this is another top selling product for NYX. It's the NYX Matte Finish, and it has about 74,000 reviews. This is supposed to be amazing. And I haven't used this. I've used every other product in the video except this, so I'm super excited to try it. I'm going to spray this right into 2 squirts just to give it a little more movement and so it won't be so thick. And I'm going to put this on very lightly. What I'm going to do is dab it onto the Rephr. This brush is the Rephr 24. I'm just going to dab right into it, get a little bit, and start in the area where I need the most coverage, which is right here in the cheeks. So I'm just going to pounce that on very lightly and start blending. And I'm not going all the way up under the eye because I've already got the Maybelline there, the concealer, so I don't need more coverage there, but I'll blend it all out in the end. Wow, this feels like it's going on great with the setting spray. I've tried it many times without setting spray, and it's just a little too heavy for my mature skin. Wow, I love the coverage on the nose. That's one of my most problematic areas, and I have broken capillaries, and I've thought about having them done, but I've done broken capillaries or spider veins on my legs, and they just all came back within a couple of years. So it's sort of money down the drain for me, so I'm not going to do that again. But the makeup covers it beautifully. Another product I love is that Sorme that I've told you so much about, the eyeshadow primer. That works great for covering my capillaries. So normally that's what I use, but that did not have over 10,000 reviews. It is a hidden gem. And I'm going to bring all this down onto the neck. Wow, this spreads so much better. If you have any setting spray you have at home and you have this foundation, I really recommend mixing a couple of squirts in, because not only will it give you more length of your wear, gosh, I guess you don't have to worry about that with this foundation for 30 hours, but it made it so much easier to apply. For powder, I went with Maybelline also because this has about 12,000 reviews. Now, Maybelline has come out with their new powder that's supposed to be, I think, 24 hours. This is the product they had before that, was 16 hours. It's still available on Amazon. I've read some reviews where people said they liked this powder better than the new powder that they have. I don't have an opinion on that yet, but I'm just going to put a little of this on. Now, this is a powder foundation. It's their full coverage. So this is really going to give me some full coverage. I like wearing this alone if I'm just running errands and that type of thing, I can just put this on very quickly. This is in the shade 130, Buff Beige, but I'm just going to tap on a little anywhere that I feel I could use a little extra coverage, like around the nose. This is such a great powder and so affordable. I really like it. Maybe even do a little finger powdering. You can just put a little on your finger, and if you have an area like I do around the nose that's problematic, just get some on your finger. A lot of makeup artists used to do this all the time. I'm sure many still do. And you just press the product into that area to cover it up, and it will work better than using a brush. So there you go. I really like this powder. I just popped on a little mascara. This one, the Maybelline Lash Sensational, has about 114,000 reviews. I love the brush. The brush is tinier, which seems to fit in my deep set eyes so much better than other brushes. I like how it's curved. You can flip the brush and go underneath and sort of lift the lashes, but it seems to give nice volume and length. Now, their Sky High mascara was almost the same number of great reviews. I've used that one too, but I really like this little brush. I think this mascara really works great. I bought it in the shade Blackest Black so that my lashes would really pop. I don't have very thick lashes, and I think it really helps them to stand out. This blush from Palladio is the 2-in-1 cheek and lip tint. Now, this looks so much like Huda blush. So if you don't want to pay that price, or that's not in your budget, I think this blush is just as beautiful. I'm going to draw some right on my skin and just pounce it with my brush here. This brush is a slanted brush. I love it. It's the number 4 Refer, and I like that shape of brush for doing blush. And I like to draw this right on my skin, but it really glides on. It's not tacky, sticky. A little bit of tackiness, but not like a lot of the blush gels I've tried. I really feel like this Palladio blush is as great as the Huda that I purchased. I love the look of this. It's so buildable. If you want something more intense, you can do that. This bronzer from NYX, it's in the shade Light. It's their matte bronzer. It's just so amazing. It's the closest I've found at the drugstore to Charlotte Tilbury's bronzer. I like that this one goes on very softly. I can just build it, and where it will look much more natural, I go into the neck. I also love to use this as eyeshadow. Let me show that for a minute. Let's pop a little of this on the eyes so you can see. I like using this at the edge of shadows. So going along where what you're ending with one shadow right around the crease area, just to add a little warmth, even to the outside of the eye, bring it up and sort of bring it out into where your bronzer would be, or blush. A lot of people are bringing the blush up into the eye area so it all sort of goes together. So you can do that with a bronzer, just like that. And that looks really beautiful and blended. So at this point, I go in and blend everything. I saw I had some whiter concealer in the inner corner. I probably should have bought a little deeper shade. So that happens to me too, where I buy shades that are a little light. Let's talk about lips. This one from Perapera has so many great reviews, and I love it. It's nothing you can get at the drugstore. I buy it on Amazon. This is the Ink Velvet. This lasts on the lips. It feels so fluffy, so beautiful, like a mousse texture. And this shade, I believe, is Pink Nude. Let's see. Yes, Strawberry Nude. Doesn't that sound yummy? Wow, I love this product. I like the little wand too, because you can use it almost like a lip liner. I just went around the edge and sort of sculpted. It's so beautiful. This is a long-lasting product. And I'm going to go ahead and take my hair down and fluff it up a little bit. Let's talk about gloss. I have a great gloss for you One of the most loved glosses of all is Revlon. This is their actually super lustrous The Gloss. Now this is a great dupe. This shade, Rosy Future, is a great dupe for Fenty. The shade in Fenty I'm talking about is Fenty Glow. This is one of their most popular shades. Well, this is almost the exact same thing, and the price of this is $5.76 versus the cost of Fenty. I'm going to go ahead and put this on top. I wear this alone, but it's a great topper too. This is going to elevate the lips to a whole new level. Wow, I am loving this look. Almost everything I talked about is under $10. There were just a couple of products more than that. I think this is just such a great look. All of these products deserve the great reviews they've gotten. If you've tried any of these, let us know in the comments. The more feedback we get, sharing with one another, the better. If you like this video about products that get great reviews, let me know in the comments and give the video a like. If you're not subscribed to my channel, why not? It's free. I'd love to have you here. We have such a great community of women. We share so many awesome ideas together. Remember, I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. I love you all so much. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you soon.